Congratulations to the President, having been confirmed by the Supreme Court as the 5-star general,
yes,
as the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Your Excellencies.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Amen. Support you. Amen. Inshallah. All our renewal shall come to manifestation. Amen.
All your children secured.
Let the President be.
Hi, my name is Patience Oshera, and welcome to the Global Insights. The Supreme Court of Nigeria on Thursday resolved the 8-month legal battle over the outcome of the February 25th presidential election in favor of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the All Progressive Congress. It dismisses the separate appeals by the candidates of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, and the Labour Party leader, Peter Obi, for lacking in merit and being vexatious. In upholding Tinubu's election victory, the 7-member panel of judges, led by Justice Inyang Okoro, held that the appellants failed to adduce evidence in support of their grounds of appeal. Other members of the panel included Justices Uwani Abba Aji, Mohammed Garba, Ibrahim Solawa, Adamu Joro, Abubakar Tijani, and Emmanuel Agim. The panel, however, did not award costs against the parties. Atiku and Obi had raised about 7 grounds against the September 6th judgment of the Presidential Election Petitions Court. The grounds included whether the use of technology in the transmission and collation of results, that is, BVAS and IREV, was mandatory, whether sections 13(4), 2B, 22, 31, and 299 of the Nigerian Constitution made it mandatory for the president to score 25% of votes in the FCT. Others were whether the president's forfeiture of the sum of $460,000 to a U.S. District Court of the Northern District of Illinois disqualifies him from seeking the office under Section 137(1)(d) of the Constitution of Nigeria, and whether the president was disqualified as a result of double nomination of his running mate. Atiku also sought to tender fresh evidence of the deposition of the Chicago State University certificate of Tinubu. In dismissing the application for the tendering of fresh evidence from the CSU, the panel held that the 180 days within which the filed fresh evidence had lapsed and could not be expanded on the non-transmission of results of the presidential election directly from the polling units. The panel ruled that IREV is not a collation system. It said INEC's regulations showed that electronic transmission of results was only necessary where manual collation does not exist. The Apex Court adopted the verdict of the lower court that the $460,000, which Tinubu forfeited in the US and the document of dual citizenship, were brought only during the reply to the respondents and not during the initial filing of the presidential election directly from the polling units. The panel ruled that IREV is not a collation system. The justice said the appellant's sole reliance on the non-transmission of results leave as a ground of the non-compliance could not be a ground to nullify the election, adding INEC's regulations showed that where the IREV portals fails, manual collation could be used. On the requirement of 25% in the FCT, the panel held that tuition intends a liberal approach and holistic interpretation on such issues, not a narrow one. It said the legislature did not intend to create injustice by making that provision, and not where a candidate scores 25% in 30 states but failed to score the same in the FCT, he cannot be president. On the expansion of paragraphs of their petition and subpoenaed witnesses, the panel held that the law does not allow the amendment or introduction of fresh matters or to expand the hearing time as provided in the law, adding that presenting their matters in bits will rob the respondents of fair hearing. The Supreme Court agreed with the lower court that the new paragraphs were vague and imprecise and lacking in particulars, and relevant parties mentioned by the witnesses in alleged irregularities, especially in Kogi State, were not joined in the petition. He added that some appellants used threatening messages against the justices and engaged in media trial after submitting their matters in the court. The panel said Atiku's claim that INEC's government admitting his victory in 21 states was admission against interest in the declaration of Tinubu was not relevant, as the constitution only recognizes majority votes, and the results showed he only polled 6,984,520 votes against Tinubu's 8,794,726 votes. The panel also dismissed the same appeal by Obi and LP, saying the issues were similar to the one canvassed by Atiku and PDP, except for the issue of the double nomination, which was dismissed as already decided. Reacting to the verdict, Tinubu in a statement said despite the facade of pressure and attempts at intimidation by some political actors, the judiciary demonstrated its unequivocal commitment to upholding the rule of law for the uplift and defense of humanity. He said it was affirmed once more that the APC had freely and fairly won the popular mandate of Nigerians, which had since given rise to his leadership of Nigeria at a tumultuous period of unprecedented reforms in our history as a nation. He said the victory had further energized and strengthened his commitment to continuing to serve all Nigerians of all political persuasions, tribes, and faiths with honor and total respect for the diverse opinions and uniting values of the citizens. He said his faith in the judiciary had never been shaken, because I know that our hallowed courts of law will not fail to administer justice to all Nigerians in all matters and at all times. Tinubu said he solemnly and humbly accepted his victory with an intense sense of responsibility and a burning desire to meet the great challenges confronting Nigerians. Former President Muhammadu Buhari said the judgment was a welcome relief to him and majority of the citizens. He said the nation deserved a break after a tortuous 8 months of expensive legal journey. Buhari, in a statement by his spokesman Garba Shehu, urged the opposition to take the hand of fellowship extended by Tinubu's government, having exhausted their rights as constitutionally allowed. The court ruling comes as Nigerians struggle with a rising cost of living after the government ended a fuel subsidy program that kept petrol prices low and also freed up the naira currency. Government officials say the policies are needed to revive the economy, calling for patience and supplying state governments with funds to help offset the impact. Tinubu inherited anemic economic growth, high unemployment, the highest inflation rate in 2 decades, record debt, massive oil theft that has hit government revenue, and widespread insecurity from predecessor Muhammadu Buhari. The government is also tackling huge security challenges, from armed groups still fighting a long war in the northeast to intercommunal clashes and kidnap gangs operating in other regions. Share your thoughts on the comment section. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe.